Last week, a pastor said the rapture was going to happen. So what are your thoughts on that, and how should Christians think about the rapture?
That guy should not be a pastor anymore. He made a prophecy. Prophecy was wrong. According to the Old Testament, a lot worse should happen, but he should not be a pastor anymore. That, when we think about the rapture, it comes from 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verses 13 through 17. The Lord will descend upon the clouds. There will be a voice like an archangel. There will be a trumpet blast. And the dead in Christ will rise first, followed by those who are still alive. We will meet him in the air, always to be with him from that point on. Encourage one another with these words. That's the short version, but that's the whole text. Immediately goes to the day of the Lord in chapter 5, which is the return of Christ for judgment. Some people think that those are two different events. There's not a good argument that those are two different events. The chapter break didn't exist when it was written. There has been a unique view of the rapture proposed by a guy named John Nelson Darby in the 1800s that is not before seen, except by maybe one guy in England, before the 1800s. That is, that there is a rapture that takes place, a secret one. It's silent. We go up in the air for 7 years to return later. The church for 1800 years before John Nelson Darby almost unequivocally argued that the church would struggle through the tribulation, not receiving any wrath of God, but still receiving persecution through the end times. And so I think the rapture is at the end of everything, simultaneous with the resurrection of Jesus. Right, with the resurrection of Jesus. Resurrection, the return of Jesus and the resurrection of our bodies. I think that's a simultaneous event. Rapture, resurrection of our bodies. What did I say? Return of Jesus. I think 1 Thessalonians 4 is 1 Thessalonians 5, is 1 Corinthians 15. The rapture, the 1 Thessalonians 4 event, is not explicitly mentioned anywhere in the book of Revelation. It's not. I mean, you can't find it. Not that it doesn't exist there, it's not explicitly mentioned. It's not. Revelation 19 is this one event where there are a bunch of people in white robes descending with Jesus, following behind him on white horses. I think that's the rapture event. I wouldn't bet my theology on it, but I think that's the rapture event. Because I think 1 Thessalonians 4 is not talking about us escaping for a certain amount of time, but rather he's using Roman language to say us ushering in Jesus to win the final victorious battle in the end. And so we join him in the air as he comes downward, and the final war lasts 2 sentences. It's Revelation 19, very end. So we go up to follow him down where he goes, and the evildoer who hurt his sons and daughters are done with.